Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Alrighty, so we had a lot of reveals today. This is a pretty big day and some pretty big licenses. So let's get right into it. A couple of our favorite licenses.
Yes.
Disney and DC happened today.
Woo-hoo.
One was really awesome. One was not awesome.
One was meh.
So let's start off with Disney.
Up first, Funko revealed Moana on the boat, and this is shared with Box Lunch. From Toy Story, we're getting Chuckles, which is shared with Amazon, and Mr. Pricklepants, which is shared with Hot Topic. From the Black Cauldron, we're getting Terran and Horned King, which is shared with Amazon. From the Hunchback of Notre Dame, we're getting Quasimodo, and this is shared with Hot Topic. And from the movie Up, we're getting Carl and Ellie, which is shared with Box Lunch.
Really
this
good
is
ones.
awesome, guys.
Yes, this is big time.
Oh my gosh.
Big
I
time.
feel like I have to have most of this line.
Here's the thing. This year has been so great. Again, not a whole lot of things. Well, I guess it is kind of adding up for what we're going to collect. But in prior years, it's been somewhat of a disappointment because some of the things that Funko have revealed or released were basically the same characters with like something in their hand or whatever. We're seeing new sculpts, new licenses, new characters, all kinds of things in here. And Disney, I mean, we're getting old school Disney in here, like the Black Cauldron.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I feel like this release kind of takes me back to what made me love Funko in the first place, like the original Disney collecting. I have been wanting a Hunchback of Notre Dame forever.
Quasimodo!
Yes,
I'm so happy about that.
I really have to have that in my lineup. I love that movie. I feel like it's such an underrated Disney movie.
Absolutely, I think it is too.
And I love it, so I have to have that.
Quasimodo is a definite.
Yep.
That Black Cauldron 2-pack that's going to be shared with Amazon, that's kind of a definite for me too, because that's a classic Disney movie. An amazing Disney movie that for some reason I've noticed that not a lot of people have seen for some reason. But the artwork on that movie was insane.
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane.
I have to have Carl and Ellie.
The young Carl and Ellie.
Right there. Yeah.
Two beautiful pops. The sculpts on those are fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, they're even, like, Carl sort of turned sideways.
Carl is one of the
amazing
first
sculpt.
Pops I ever purchased.
Yes.
And so I feel like I have to have
And of course,
his.
that Moana boat.
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, that is awesome. I
So
assume
cool.
that's a pop ride. That is fantastic.
I feel like my wallet has just been like, woo!
And both Toy Story, Mr. Chuckles and Mr. Pricklepants, great decisions. Those are awesome characters.
Yes.
Actually, Mr. Pricklepants is kind of one of my favorite ones, to be honest with you, along with Rexy. Or Rex, I guess. Was his name T-Rex? What was his name? Just Rex.
I think it's just Rex.
Yeah. Both those were awesome. I loved them. So, yeah, I mean, this is a huge win for me, personally, for Disney.
Me too.
Now, I did run a poll on this one on our social media groups to see what people were most excited about in the Disney lineup. Carl and Ellie.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
By far.
By far. And I kind of figured that because everybody loves Up, and these are two fantastic looking sculpts.
I felt like
designs on them are
that
amazing.
one and Quasi were going to be the top two, and it appears to be that way.
And the Moana boat was, I mean,
It's so cool.
prices always hurt the rides, you know, as
Yeah.
far as what people love, because I know they're going to spend a little more money.
Right.
But, man, what a great lineup for Disney. Now, going into video games next, or just games, this is sort of a disappointment, I think, in a way, because there wasn't very many of them.
Yeah.
And these are like the two, I understand why Funko did it, because these are like the two biggest games, Fortnite and Overwatch. So in these reveals, we get Loot Llama, which will be glow in the dark, and that'll be a Walmart exclusive. And we also get another McCree, who will be a GameStop exclusive, which is a cool looking McCree. They've done a lot of McCrees now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like they've done more McCrees than just about any character.
McCree's got some of the cooler
Yeah.
skins, though. I mean, I'll say.
Yeah.
But I totally understand that. Fortnite and Overwatch. I mean, it makes sense. You know.
I personally love Overwatch. I think it's such a fun game. We haven't played in a really long time. Having kids changes your life, just to say that. So,
video game wise, anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you know, I think again we're still, there's still so many games out there. So we're still never gonna get a Red Dead, I guess. You know, we're never gonna get. There's so many games that come out and we never see pops in them. But I don't know what the license is like for Funko. I'm sure if Funko was allowed to do it, they would. So my only assumption is they're just not allowed to, especially with like Rockstar games, because with Grand Theft Auto, like these are characters that should be pops. I don't know.
Maybe they're working on it, or maybe they just can't get the license.
I don't think they can. I just don't. All right, up next, our second favorite, or my favorite, and then your second favorite, which is DC. This is one I was really excited for because this has been a great year for DC. Everything Funko has released this year has been just boom, boom. Obviously, I'm a Batman fan, and they've been releasing a million different Batmans.
You don't say.
You don't say. So I was excited about that. I said, you know what? They're going to probably come hard with this DC stuff.
Last year's DC release was really good.
It was good, and I was like, this is it, man. So far, they've been so creative in all their reveals so far. I've been very pleasantly surprised with how Funko's handled San Diego Comic-Con this year. Very pleasantly surprised.
Pump the brakes,
Yes. They pumped the brakes just like the DCEU did.
Like,
disappointment. Yeah. So what we're getting is a teal Chrome Batman. So they're going to add one more Chrome Batman into your lineup if you have them already. This one's shared with GameStop though, so it sounds like it's going to be possible, which is good. So if you don't have one by now, here's one that you actually might be able to get. We're also going to get a Cisco, and that's going to be a Hot Topic exclusive. And then another Kato, which is going to be a Toy Tokyo exclusive, just like their 2-pack was prior. So I want to talk about these real quick. First off, elephant in the room again. We're going to bring another one in. Teal Batman, Chrome, lazy. But if you collect the Chrome already, you're kind of forced into buying this. I get it, but at the same time, I guess I'm okay with it because since it's at GameStop, people are going to have a better chance of getting it. So they're kind of spreading the Chromes around at least.
GameStops out there, so it's
yeah, so, you know, okay for the people who don't have one yet, I guess. I mean, I'm going to get one. The only one I don't have is blue. So, you know, I'm going to add that, and it's kind of blue.
Yeah, it kind of fills the void.
Cisco, although cool, I know there's a lot of Cisco fans out there, I just don't know if I would have picked... I don't know if I would have gone into the Flash universe here.
Maybe, I don't know.
This is kind of a boring pop anyways. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
Just basic body, basic head. Nothing too fancy, but it's okay for people who want it. It's not a big deal. It's new, and that's fine with me. Although the Kato kind of confused me.
The Kato kind of annoys me, if I'm going to be honest.
So we've had a Green Lantern by himself as a pop. It was a specialty series. Then we had a variant to him with a different weapon, basically, and Kato in a 2-pack that was released with Toy Tokyo last year.
Right.
And we were lucky enough to get that, so awesome. And then today we saw that in San Diego Comic-Con this year, Toy Tokyo is going to get a Kato, but he's not going to have the mask on. That's the only difference.
Right, and that's why it annoys me. I'm just like, why are we doing this? I can't stand when we do pops and it's just like a slight change. Yeah. I'm just like, why waste time for all of us and our money?
And I thought about it and I was like, why are they doing that? But then I remembered there was a lot of people who didn't get the Toy Tokyo.
That's true. I guess that is a very good point. That's a very good point.
For the people that were able to get the Green Hornet by himself. Did I say Lantern to begin with? I don't remember.
Oh, I think you did. I didn't catch it until you just said that.
But the people who got the Green Hornet by himself with the specialty series might not have been able to get that 2-pack, and then they didn't have a Kato. So now here's the chance of getting a Kato. So in that aspect, I understand it. Yeah. I personally would have rather seen them just in their regular street clothes, like a Bruce Lee Kato and his regular outfit. It'd just been cooler.
I mean, I'm slightly less annoyed now since you pointed that out. And that makes sense.
So, but yeah, I think they're all okay. I think all those 3 are okay in certain terms for different people. I just think it was very weak because there's only 3 of them, and there really wasn't anything that was like, whoa, cool, something DC. Right. But I'm okay because DC has had a strong year this year. Yep. I just can't get too mad.
And finally, one of Brian's favorites, Hanna Barbera. I think that this is always going to come out because he loves it so much. And I think it's fun to pull all of these classic characters and shows and stuff. Yeah.
But where's Looney Tunes? We're going to get Looney Tunes this year? It's been a couple of years now, I feel like. So, but yeah, Hanna Barbera. Hanna Barbera is always fun. They're great looking pops.
So within the Hanna Barbera line, Funko revealed Lazy Luke, Sergeant Blast, Hoppy the Hopperoo, Baby Puss, and Banana Splits Pez. Now, these are going to be shared with the Funko Shop, just like normal. These are always shared with the Funko Shop. I mean, yeah. So I think these look good. I like them. I love how, like with the Hanna-Barbera lines, one of my favorite things is how it feels like they just plucked it right from the cartoon and have made it into like this 3D mold.
I'm happy to see more Flintstones come in there. That's awesome. So that's really good to see. Again, this is for a certain age of collectors. Yep. So if it's not something for you, I'm sure it's for another group because there's a lot of ages here within Funko collecting, so there are going to be very happy people for those. The Flintstones ones are cool. We're not collecting Flintstones, although we have Barney and Fred 2-pack. That's about all we collected, but those are pretty awesome. And just as pops, they look really great. Alrighty, so that was the reveals today. A pretty strong lineup. I'm a little disappointed there on the end with the DC stuff, and probably the games too, because you know there's so much out there. But again, E3 just ended, so they put a lot of that in there too.
I mean, you gotta bear in mind, it's like every other season that we have good DC pops. So last year we had good ones, so this year it's probably going to be
it does seem like that's the truth. Like like New York Comic Con might have great Marvel, but San Diego Comic Con for Marvel's trash.
It's like they rotate.
Yeah, not trash, but like just not much there.
Yeah, bitch.
And then vice versa. It just seems like that's the case sometimes. But Yeah, either way, guys, let us know down below what was your favorite pop they revealed today. What are you most excited about? Are you excited about the Disney reveal? I don't know how you couldn't be.
I'm excited for it. I feel like this Comic-Con has been more geared for me than you, so I'm just like, sorry.
To me, this Comic-Con has been strong.
Yeah.
Again, I've seen a lot of stuff in the comments, people saying they didn't like it, but being that we've done this for a long time, we've seen a lot of different Comic-Cons, and we've seen some lazy Comic-Cons where they just didn't put a lot of effort into the designs.
I feel like
I can't say that about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like this Comic-Con, it's like taking it back to their roots. Like they're doing a lot of old school style stuff, old school characters.
You wouldn't see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as an old fan of it, I really am excited for this.
Yeah. So guys, let us know down below what you're most excited about again. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next video.
Thanks guys. Bye.